6 nodes, six total nodes after 7 ER, and this is a pattern now. I'm pretty sure you can expect Heavy Chopper tucked away in 7 ER moving forward when it comes to warships. They are just way too OP, way too overpowering. So you got to earn them, and you don't get much playtime with them depending on how long it does take you to get to 7 engine room. Heavies for 22 keys. You cannot go wrong with the heavy rush. I know it is overplayed, but it gets the job done. Not to mention tank. Shout out to Dyson Lin. And of course, brick right there for 42 keys with our 50% base stat for the troop health there. So troop health, brick, heavies, gunboat energy, flare, not to mention smoke tucked away there in 2 engine room tech. You've got everything you need to be successful with heavy rushing. Boom Beach Warship Season 62 Frozen Waters will be introducing GBA Gunboat Ability Multinodes, where you, as the player, will be able to cater your playstyle to exactly how you want. For example, this GBA multinode is available in 6 engine room. Maybe you want to go fast. Speed Serum is the answer. Or maybe you want to hack the ship out of everything. Remote hack. Or maybe you just want to BART the world, baby. Barrage will be the key. With that being said, this is just one of 4 GBA multinodes that will be available on this season's tech tree. Not to mention, we've got Super Warriors available in 3 engine room gameplay. Oh, it's going down, and it's getting real super fast. With that being said, we do have your sneak peek and full tech tree unlock, breakdown, and discussion coming right up. Let's do this. Good morning, good afternoon, and yes, good evening, Skull Army and friends. It's your boy, your friendly neighborhood SkullCrusher, coming right back at you with another Boom Beach video. And in today's video, sneak peek, full tech tree unlock, breakdown, and discussion for Boom Beach Warship Season 62 Frozen Waters. I do have to give a quick disclaimer. I am on the developer build account, which is a private server lent to me by Supercell for the purpose of testing out new features and updates to then showcase to you, the Skull Army and friends. Frozen Waters. I love gunboat abilities. I wish I could have all of them, and now I can. Well, not at once, of course, but I get to pick my favorite. What's yours? This is going to be an absolutely insane season of warships, just straight up due to the fact that you as a player will be picking your gunboat abilities. Not once. Yeah, Super Warriors in 3 ER. Not twice. Not 3 times, and that's right, we've got a tiny shock and artillery tucked away in 5 ER there, and then of course the golden gem in 6 ER, the speed serum and remote hack. No disrespect to Barrage, but when you are offered speed serum and remote hack, I'm sorry, who is going to pick Barrage over that? There may be one meta that may call for it, but I'm very excited to go fast, and I'm very excited to hack the ship out of everything. Before we do dive on into all the madness here, please do not forget to leave a like on today's video. It does mean the absolute world to me. It does help the channel grow, and yes, of course, it does appease our YouTube algorithm overlords. We will begin with the season duration. This will be a 3-week season starting on Monday, June the 3rd and running right up until Sunday, June the 23rd. Moving into the season statistics, our season stats. Now, these will be the base stats. Depending on what you do unlock on the tech tree, you will be able to alter these stats. There is one season stat multinode in 6 ER offering building health, troop damage, and troop health plus 30%. Let's look for the arrow silhouette. So that is our only season stat multinode on the tech tree. With that being said, your base stats across the board will be plus 100% for gunboat energy, for building health, for defensive building damage, for troop damage, and for troop health as well. Not to mention, we have a critter cannon MK2 just tucked away there in 7 engine room. It's kind of random. We will be moving into the CRV, our chest rank values. Now, since this is a 3-week season, this will reflect 3-week chest rank values. Not to mention that diamond chests are 22 keys. It's been like this now for the past few seasons. Before, it used to be 25. Diamond chests are now 22. Legendary are now 25. Before, Diamond used to be 25, and Legendary used to be 30 for a 3-week CRV season. And again, it's been like this for the past, I don't know, 4 or 5. But CRV chest rank values right here. Moving into our deck layouts, we're talking 2 engine room through 7 ER. Let's take a look right here. Boom goes the dynamite. Seeker hits in 5 ER. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are for Season 62 deck layouts. Before we do actually go into the full tech tree unlock, breakdown, and discussion, I just want to briefly touch on the multi-nodes this season. Because that's one thing I've noticed over these past more than a few seasons of Warships, is there's been a lot of emphasis on the multi-nodes, meaning that you as a player can honestly really cater your playstyle to exactly how you want to play. Now, this season's tech tree does have 14 multi-nodes in total. We've briefly touched on introducing GBA Multinodes, where you as a player will be able to pick your gunboat abilities. Majority of the abilities are limited gunboat abilities, with barrage and artillery being the only standard gunboat abilities that you will find on the GBA Multinodes. Now, we did briefly touch on that there are 4 of the GBA Multinodes on the tech tree. The first one is available in 2 engine room. I'm not a big fan of that. I honestly, unless you're playing 2 engine room, pretty sure you could ignore the crystal critters, deployable turret, and explosive drones. But moving into 3 ER here, I can't believe they're giving us Cryo Bomb and Super Warrior for 3 engine room. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Super Warrior, but a max level Super Warrior is absolutely disgusting, meaning that you will most likely be able to take out a majority of layouts just spamming your Super Warriors. With that being said, gunboat energy may be an issue here, but this is beyond amazing with having Super Warriors readily available in 3 engine room. If you have used Super Warriors in the past, you know how deadly this limited gunboat ability is. It is a Cirque du Soleil warrior on steroids. Our next GBA multi-node is available in 5 engine room, and I like this one. We've got remote defibrillator, tiny shock, and artillery available on this one. So remote defib, amazing. Tiny shock, amazing. Artillery, amazing. This one will be a tough choice here. I love it, though. You've got artillery tucked in there with remote defib and tiny shock. You want to bring back your troops? Remote defib. That's if you're playing without Kavan, or maybe you are playing with Kavan, double trouble when it comes to the second wind. Or you just want to shock those rocket launchers and prototype defenses forever. That's where tiny shock is going to come in handy, just to buy your troops that much more time to take out the defenses while they're pinned down with tiny shock. Or artillery. Whether you're clearing mines, or whether you're taking out defenses, or finishing off engine rooms, there are multiple uses for artillery. This is going to be a very valuable GBA multi-node tucked away there in 5 engine room. Going to the 4th and final GBA multi-node, the one we spotlighted the video with, your speed serum, your remote hack, and your barrage. Just as you thought it couldn't get any better, it gets better. Speed serum, remote hack, barrage. Enough said. This is amazing. Like, honestly, big shout out to the devs that are really thinking about the player. At least to me, that's what it looks like. It looks like the devs really want you as the player to cater your warship style to exactly how you want to play. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are with regards to the gunboat ability multi-nodes that are available for Season 62 Frozen Waters. Aside from that, so the artillery silhouette, pay attention to the artillery silhouette. Those will be your gunboat ability multi-nodes. Now the hammer silhouette, we got a few hammers here. There's one. So your hammer silhouette is your defensive multi-node with the one penalty node, the Scorcher penalty, kind of tucked away there in 4 ER. Now, we're going to talk about this a little bit more when we do the full tech tree unlock, breakdown, and discussion. But yes, you do have one penalty node on this season's tech tree, and it's a Scorcher penalty node. Just look at this penalty if you want to unlock Scorchers. -8 shock mines, -1 shock launcher, or -2 boom cannons. I'm sorry, there's a direct path to Seekers in 4 ER here, okay? 4 engine room, building damage, mortar, medics, critter, Seekers. Bingo. Who in their right mind? I mean, okay, sure, maybe you can pay the tax there to get to the Seekers a little bit quicker, but you can't completely bypass it. With all due respect, I'm sorry, who is going to pay this tax to unlock Scorchers? I even made this comment to Nunu and the other boom tubers, where I personally think that the Scorcher and the Seeker node should be switched. Meaning, you as a player, if you want to play Seekers, that right there looks like a darn good penalty to unlock Seekers, not a darn good penalty to unlock Scorchers. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on this direct path to Seekers in 4 engine room with the penalty node being for Scorchers. What is this? Who uses Scorchers? Yes, they have their moments, but come on. So yes, our hammer silhouettes will be our defensive multi-nodes. The proto silhouettes, I believe we've got 5 of them on this season's tech tree, and that is a proto silhouette. It will determine that that multi-node does have prototypes. That's our first one right there. Our second one, I believe, is right over here. Third one tucked away right here. Fourth one right there. And 5th one right there. 5 proto multi-nodes on this season's tech tree. And our rifleman silhouette, I believe we've only got 1 troop boost for this season, available in 5 engine room, and you will be able to either boost your laser ranger, your grenadier, or your rocket chopper. 1 troop boost node available on the tech tree, and remember, look out for that rifleman silhouette that will determine your troop boost multi-nodes. And then our arrow silhouette, we've only got 1 season stat multi-node, so the arrow silhouette does determine your season stat multi-nodes. This is the only season statistic multi-node where you will be able to alter your base stats, and you're not even going negative. So again, plus 30% on building health, plus 30% on troop damage, or plus 30% on troop health right there. 14 multi-nodes in total with a lot of variety and a lot of option. This is going to be an absolutely wild season of Warships, again, because you, the player, can cater your playstyle to exactly how you want. We will be going into the full tech tree unlock, breakdown, and discussion for Boom Beach Warship Season 62 Frozen Waters. As I drink my water. Stay hydrated. Holy smokes, look at this tech tree. One more look at it here before we unlock it all, baby. Unlock it all. We will be starting it off by just taking the express path, the direct route to the next engine room. Once we unlock the next engine room, we're going to backtrack and pick up all the multi-nodes that we missed on the top. On the bottom are tucked away on dead-end nodes. So for Season 62 Frozen Waters, your starting nodes will be your gunboat, pretty standard, rifleman, machine gun, flamethrower. So machine gun and flamethrower will be your starting defenses. And of course, your landing craft. This is just basic knowledge when it comes to warships. Max your landing craft. Max landing craft means more troops. More troops means more damage. More damage should essentially translate into a faster win here. So even without thinking, just max that landing craft. After that, we've got Cryoneer, which is our starting point on the tech tree here. So Riflemen and Cryoneers will be your starting troops for Season 62 tech tree, with those machine guns and flamethrowers being your starting defenses here. The direct path, the 3 engine room, Warriors. 3 engine room. That easy. 18 keys plus 36 keys right there. I think we're like 54 keys right off the bat to go right to 3 ER. There's a nice look at our 3 engine room deck layout there. I like the little zigzag at the top right there. So maybe you want to go back and kind of backtrack on some of the goodies there. So on the bottom, you've got smoke available. So smoke is there. That pairs very nicely with warriors. Aside from warriors, you can never go wrong with smoke here. You know, it does cater more to warrior and seeker players. But, you know, sometimes you can just kind of throw it on your troops to give them the cover that they do need. And Sniper Tower tucked away there as well. Going to top path, we've got our shock mines available in 2 ER for 16 keys. And then our first gunboat ability multi-node. Crystal critters, deployable turret, or explosive drones. I'm not gonna lie, these are all terrible, which is why they probably are in 2 engine room. So we're gonna go for explosive drones because yes, there is a way you can actually use your explosive drones to take out defenses. If you don't know what I'm talking about, well then just, you know, be on the lookout for season opener, guys. I'll show you how to use explosive drones. And then Captain Everspark. Captain Everspark tucked away on the top of 2 engine room gameplay for 42 keys right there. I don't think a lot of players will pick her up right off the bat. If you are kind of going to linger in 2 or 3 engine room gameplay, you cannot go wrong with Captain Everspark. She is a severely underrated hero. She gets the job done. Her critter respawn is amazing. Her abilities are great. It's that critter distraction that kind of really sets her apart from the other heroes as being that unsung, underrated queen. Shout out to Captain Everspark and shout out to all my Everspark players. As we make that move into 3 engine room now, look at this 3 ER tech right here. This is wild. Maybe you want to play Flare, but we're going to talk about that in a second. So let's take that direct path going from 3 ER right to 4 ER, and it looks like we are going to be staying right on the mid here. Mines will be our next unlock for 18 keys, Zukas for 20 keys, moving into our boom mines for 20 keys, and then our hammer silhouette, which is a defensive proto multi-node. Now, I don't have cannons unlocked yet, so we do have to pick either 2 snipers or 2 flamethrowers. For now, we'll go for 2 flamethrowers, but I'm sure those 2 cannons will have way more value. And that's right, cannons are available on the top path for 3 engine room gameplay, but we will backtrack after we do unlock the 4th engine room. And then from that multi-node, we will be going directly to the 4th engine room, and that is your direct beeline, your mad dash from 3 ER to 4 engine room. Going back to our 3 ER tech, so again, we talked about that multi-node right there offering cannons, and we do have the cannon readily available on a dead-end multi-node for 18 keys right off the mine node. I like that. It's a dead-end node. Your cannon is on a dead-end node. After Zukas, you can also branch up here as well. We have a little bit of a tailored dead-end here as well. Super Warrior. Enough said. End of discussion. But not to mention that the Cryo Bomb is the best mine clear in the game, and you do already have boom mines, regular mines, and shock mines all readily available. So keep in mind that that Cryo Bomb might not be a bad idea for the mine clearing because all the mines are already available. But remember, that Super Warrior, these mutations of warriors are just going to absolutely dominate. Be on the lookout for the Super Warriors, and I highly recommend you try them out as well. Building health, 22 keys. That's our 50% base stat for building health. And then boom cannons tucked away on the dead end path for 3 engine room tech on the top there. Going back to the bottom, though, maybe you want to ignore the cannon on that top dead end path. You go down, pick up your 50% base stat for the gunboat energy, and then flare for 24 keys right there. I don't know how players can do an entire season without using flare. Like, seriously, my hat is off to you. You are the real MVP. I can go team no flare for like 3, maybe 4 days. But once we get to the end of the week, I need flare. So we do have flare readily available there, tucked away on the bottom, not on a dead end node, but on the bottom there in 3 engine room tech there, because technically after the flare, backtracking to the gunboat energy, heavies for 22 keys. You cannot go wrong with the heavy rush. I know it is overplayed, but it gets the job done. Not to mention tank, shout out to Dyson Lin, and of course brick right there for 42 keys with our 50% base stat for the troop health there. So troop health, brick, heavies, gunboat energy, flare, not to mention smoke tucked away there in 2 engine room tech. You've got everything you need to be successful with heavy rushing. Super Warrior attacks, heavy rushing, I think are going to dominate early gameplay for Season 62, Frozen Waters. Now, after we do unlock our troop health, that's it. That is our 3 engine room tech right there, and it's pretty wild. Again, you know, that gunboat ability multi-node offering Super Warrior and Cryo Bomb, not to mention that all 3 mines are readily available by the time you do get to 4 engine room tech. So I think some players will be going back and forth from Super Warrior to Cryo Bomb, depending if players are rocking more mines. But then again, your Super Warrior, you can literally throw anywhere on the map. So you can avoid a lot of mines with Super Warriors. Keep that in mind. So going to 4 engine room here, 4 engine room tech. Now I know we've got that proto silhouette right off the top there, but we're going to come back to that because we're going to take that beeline directly to 5 engine room. So this is our 4 ER tech here. So take a look at this. That proto multi-node is only 28 keys to unlock. The building damage is also 28 keys to unlock. But the shock launcher is 32. The mortar is 30. That's 2 keys cheaper. Medics are 28. Mechs are 30. Medics are also 2 keys cheaper. And then we've got the hammer silhouette, which is a defensive we've got the hammer silhouette, which is a defensive multi-node. So the cheaper, fastest route, well, it's not fastest because technically it's both the same amount of multi-nodes, but the cheaper path to go directly to 5 engine room from 4 ER will be building damage. I believe that is your 50% base stat for building damage. Mortar, medics, and then our next hammer silhouette for the defensive multi-node, machine gun, boom cannon, or mines. Let's pick up an extra boom cannon, and then we will be able to directly unlock 5 engine room. And there is our 5 engine room deck layout. Let's bring that ER over here. Yeah. Anyways, back to the tech tree right here. So let's talk a little bit more about that 4 engine room tech, which honestly I think is a little bit backwards. And I'll tell you why I think it's backwards. But anyways, let's go back to the silhouette on the top right there. We're going to pick up a doom cannon, 32 keys for our shock launcher, 30 keys for our mech. But let's talk about the bottom now, man. This penalty node doesn't make any sense to me. So again, after your medics, you can actually drop down and pick up critters for 30 keys. And then just by themselves, no penalty or anything, boom. 32 keys to unlock your Seekers. Seekers, you know, caused havoc last season. Seekers cause havoc almost every season. We have Seekers readily available for 4 engine room gameplay. No penalty needed to play them. I think Seekers, once again, will be taking over. Now, remember, shocks aren't available yet. We do have all 3 mines already in play. You know, Cryo Bomb, Super Warrior. You've got tools to use your Seekers here. And then the penalty. You know, -8 shock mines, increased build count. Do I not have shock mines unlocked? Let's just go 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's go back over here. Yeah, that was my problem. Okay, so here we go. -8 shock mines, -1 shock launcher, or -2 boom cannons to play Scorchers. Like, what is this? Oh, we just lost 2 boom cannons. And then 30 keys for Scorchers, man. Yeah, they're 2 keys cheaper than Seekers. But again, I feel like that's backwards. Since Seekers are such a force to be reckoned with in Warships, they should be switched with the Scorcher, and that penalty should be for the Seekers and not for the Scorchers. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are for this 4 engine room to 5 ER tech path with Seekers right there and a freaking penalty node, the only penalty node on the tech tree for Scorchers. A little bit backwards, my own opinion, okay? Alrighty, 5 ER tech here. Check this madness out here. 5 to 6 ER tech. I'm sure you've already noticed Laser Rangers tucked away on the bottom there. And you know what? I think that's our 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it's still 4 nodes for bottom path, 4 nodes for top path here. 32, 32. That is 34, 32, 34, 36. And that's 34 and 34. Okay, you know what? That's too much math for me to figure out right now. So we're just going to go top path here first. So you know what? Wow, the 5 ER gunboat ability multi-node. Decisions. Depending on where you are in the season and what the offensive or defensive meta is, will cater which you will unlock. So for now, for the purpose of the sneak peek video, we're going to go for a tiny shock right here because that's going to come in so clutch for pinning down those prototypes, those proto defenses, rocket launchers, and shock launchers. Tiny shock is severely underrated. And then we'll pick up our med kit, critter launchers for 36 keys, and this is our base stat, 100% building health, unlocked for 34 keys, and then right there, the direct path going into 6 engine room. Look at that madness right there. But let's get back to the tech tree here because we got some more nodes to unlock here. Now, I was also skeptical about taking the bottom path here because we got Laser Rangers for 32. 32 keys, I believe that is our 100% base stat for the troop health. 34 keys for the Grens. The Grens are able to be boosted. And then, of course, we've got the troop silhouette node, aka the troop boost node. And we might have, what a Gren, no, Laser Rangers. There we go. Okay, so we got our Laser Rangers all boosted up. Let's get these ladies. Yeah, they're going to be ready. They're going to be ready there. But again, right before, if you take that bottom path, if you take that mid path, from 5 to 6 ER. You do have that troop silhouette, that troop boost node with laser rangers. I think, you know, coming in handy here. Last season, there were multiple windows for laser rangers to get the job done. So again, I think this season we'll have pockets throughout the week where, you know, one troop meta is just going to do better than the others. So let's go to Dr. Kavan, tucked away on the bottom there for 42 keys. This is 5 to 6 engine room gameplay here. Rocket choppers for 38 keys. So all 3 troops in 5 ER tech, the laser ranger, the grenadier, and the rocket chopper are all readily available to be boosted on the troop boost node right there. So I think that's pretty cool that all 3 troops that they are offering to be boosted are all available in 5 engine room tech. And then, of course, we've got our troop damage. I believe that is our 50% base stat for troop damage. And then our silhouette, this is our second proto multinode. The proto silhouette, laser beam 3, grappler 3, hot pot 3. Grappler 3s just, they make things interesting. And now, take a look at this here. This tech tree is winding down very fast, but now we're going to be jumping in to 6 to 7 engine room. So the Mad Dash, the beeline here, shocks for 36 keys. It looks like bombardiers are 36 keys, and then 38 here for the next proto multi-node. We'll get a Sky Shield 3, and then directly to 7 engine room for 165 keys right there with a beautiful look at our 7 ER deck layout. Going back to our 6 ER tech there, before we do kind of pick up all the goodies there tucked away in 7, you've got rocket launchers also readily available for 6 engine room tech on the bottom path. You can also take this bottom path going directly to 7 ER. So shocks, rocket launcher, and then you've also got the arrow silhouette. So the only troop boost node available on the tech tree here. And we're going to go, actually, depending on how you're playing, I mean, I don't know. At random, I'm going to go troop damage, but troop health and building health will have their moments as well. But let's say, nah, Scully, we want to go top path here. Well, after that shock for 40 keys, the creme de la creme, the bread and butter. I think this is the best gunboat ability multi-node on the tech tree, tucked away in 6 engine room. Speed serum, remote hack barrage, remote hack. So not only am I tiny shocking all those nasty prototype defenses, rocket launchers and shock launchers, but I'm going to be hacking them as well. Or maybe I'm hacking the defenses beside them to buy my troops more time while those protos, rocket launchers, and shock launchers are pinned down from tiny shock. And then I'm tiny hacking boom cannons and cannons. Oh, my brain's going wild here. There's going to be a lot of options here. And then big boy bullet for 42 keys. Bullet is available in 6 engine room tech. And then our 100% base stat for gunboat energy, we're going to pick that up right there as well. So take a look at this tech tree already. I just want to make sure we haven't missed anything. Looking good. Yeah, no issues, no issues. All right, we got 7 engine room tech coming up right now, Skull Army. And it's not that much. It's 6 nodes, six total nodes after 7 ER. And this is a pattern now. I'm pretty sure you can expect heavy chopper tucked away in 7 ER moving forward when it comes to warships. They are just way too OP, way too overpowering. So you got to earn them, and you don't get much playtime with them depending on how long it does take you to get to 7 engine room. But let's take that top path to the MK Critter Cannon 2. So for 38 keys, we're going to pick up a Hot Pot 3. Why not? And then for 34 keys, that is our 100% base stat for building damage. And then for 38 keys, Critter Cannon MK2. That's weird. It's a very slow troop. So I don't know. I don't think the Critter Cannon will be very effective this season. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But it's a very slow firing troop. And, you know, you're only going to get 8 of them in total. And just, no, even if you're pairing it with other troops, I don't know how well it's going to go. Honestly, again, this is just my garbage opinion. I would probably recommend avoiding the critter cannons. But again, up to you. You play your game your way. And then let's take that path right to our good friend, the Magic School Bus. So for 36 keys, we're going to unlock our 100% troop damage base stat. And then going into our heavy chopper as well for 38 keys. Go heavy, go heavy, go, go heavy, go heavy, go. And then the final node on the tech tree there is a proto multi-node here, the 5th and final, Microwaver 3, Flotsam Cannon 3, or Grappler 3. Grappler 3 is the way to go. That means we got 2 grapplers unlocked right now on these proto multi-nodes. That's 1. Love it, and that's 2 right there. Absolute insanity. Skull Army and friends, what do you think of this tech tree? What do you think of these gunboat ability multi-nodes? What do you think about catering your playstyle to exactly how you want to play? This was a lot of information to take up. I'm very, very curious to what your thoughts are for the upcoming Season 62 Frozen Waters Skull Army and friends. With all that being said, we will officially be wrapping up today's sneak peek. I do believe it is now time to make like a Tom and cruise.
I'm an actor.
We'll catch you on the next one. Best of luck for season opener. Peace!